Alright, so one of the first things I want to do is hire a new chancellor in place of the old one. And looks like I also forgot to send my marshal to train troops in the capital. And I think his relations are actually good enough. And he could use some, even though he's only 7. But let's see if there's anyone else more deserving of improving relations right now. Chief of some very small place. Sure. Don't see why not. Is there anything I want to do with laws right now? What's my council look like as far as loyalism? Not great. I'd need a lot of money to get some favors from people. Anyway, let's continue with actually moving the game forward. Oh, I had another son. I forgot my wife was pregnant. A son was born, named Vatican. And I think we named him after one of our brothers, we already have a son named Duncan, I believe. Yes, so we'll name him after one of our father's brothers. Douglas? Actually, I can't. We'll go with random ancestor. And I don't think we have a son named Jakob yet. Oh, yep, we do. Never mind. Rudry? Sure. That one I know we don't have. Some woman might fancy me. She's strong, and she's my cousin's wife. Why not? I don't see why I wouldn't do that. Went to her chamber and gave her a good tumble. It's good to be the king. Jewish exile. Talented diplomat. Alright. And I think I actually want to hold a feast this year, if I can. Before I do my carousing. And we'll wait till November to do that. Not that we have any other choice, really. Someone came of age, some random guy. Then, I've given the orders for a great feast to be hosted in Thomond. Let the preparations begin, and all my vassals will be there. We'll see. The wandering minstrel entered the castle singing and did not stop until he found me. With a flourishing bow and one long, sad tone from his lute, he finished his song and asked for my patronage. I was just looking for someone to entertain for my feast? Sure. That will give prestige. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what food stuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, and duck. Sure, spend lavishly. The wound has healed. We're scarred. More prestige. I hereby invite you. He says no. Said no, no. These are dark days. My son, Prince Rudry, has been beset by a high fever for several days, and I've just been informed that it is indeed slow fever. Call for the court physician. He has gained widespread reputation after having worked in your court. He is now a renowned physician. Excellent. And I don't think he'll be dying. I didn't realize he was a hunchback. I probably should have checked that. The guests have finally arrived, all is ready, and the cooks have worked day and night preparing the food. The castle has never looked lovelier. Mayor Dalek cut the throat of one of my servants when the clumsy man spilled wine over his garb. I can gain just, which gives bonus to vassals. Yep, 5. And that is one of the reasons why I've been feasting. My son needs an education. The syphilitic son. And I'm going to go thrift. I don't remember what this guy's crime was. So can I get an opinion from releasing him? Yes. I think I want gold right now, though. And I will... Actually, no, I will release him. Get a balance of gold and opinion. The last of the guests have returned home, and everyone agreed it was this year's greatest feast. He accepts paying for his own ransom. I had great fun. Guests get a +5 opinion, and I get 10 prestige. I can go into hiding because I think someone's trying to kill me. Yes. I wish I could find out who. But I can do something, and that is invite people to carousing again. Can't invite him. Invite to carousing. Am I just not saying it on his? Oh well, no sense in waiting forever or spending all day finding it. And I think I also have an advisor who's not listed there. Yes. And I think I will see how that does. He doesn't want to. More people don't want to. And also do want to. How much money am I making per month? 9.9, and it looks like it just went up a little bit. I introduced Chief whatever of Connaught to Chief Cuthred of hoping they could get along, but apparently the Chief of Connaught was not interested in making an effort. Too bad Chief didn't like my friend. I can all of a sudden go into hiding, and then it goes away. The alert goes away whenever. I don't know what happens. I don't know what changed. Preparing a small feast. He has inherited the chiefdom of Connaught. Okay. Apparently he's a branded apostate. Okay. Basically, it means he doesn't believe what everybody else believes. Son was born to Éire MacDouglas, named Douglas. Sure. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. I have another friend, my spy master, which is excellent. That kid's actually mine, of course, because we gave her a good tumble. Doesn't look like anyone is a strong vassal, so back to our old chancellor, I suppose. And do I still want to increase my opinion with him? Yes, I think. Yeah, he's still factioning. And now we have even fewer loyalists on our council. He's excommunicated, no one will care. Do I want to? Can I request him to lift the excommunication? No. I'm just gonna imprison him. Now safely locked in my dungeon. Carousing is over. The world is a dangerous place, and devious plots are everywhere. Rumors have reached that people are conspiring to kill my wife. I would imagine that it is my lover. Just a guess, but that's my guess. And he's the one who wants to kill my wife for whatever reason. Because he's a lunatic. And he's one of the people that I do absolutely want to imprison. I don't think I can outright revoke. No, he's not a traitor yet. So I'm hoping he actually does rebel. Because now he is a traitor. And after I beat him in a war, I think he'll just automatically be arrested. I won't use these guys. He's a powerful vassal. I'm actually going to switch him to being my chancellor. And put this guy as my spy master. Does this guy actually have any... Yeah, he can actually be discouraged using spy master stuff. Oh, and I still have my advisor spot to fill. He's got 21. So does my current marshal. Ooh, and these two guys are loyalists. If we can find another person who would be, not right away it looks like, but... What's my stewards? Our council's actually not too bad. I will go with the guy with the high stats, with one of the higher stats, and also a decent opinion. Okay. Now we need to assign them again. He still doesn't like me enough to stop his plot or factioning, so we'll send him to improve relations with Douglas. And now we have a war to fight. The thing is, like, once we've won this war, he will be in prison, and we can revoke this for free because he's a traitor. I've trumped everyone and am the best king ever. Now what? I lose ambitious. I kind of wish I was ambitious over just. Wait, no, never mind. I take that back. Oh, it's Kerwickian Peasant Revolt. I was wondering why that was hostile to me. I apparently visited the local tavern yesterday, which would explain the hangover. What is worse, though, is they tell me I may have blabbered about a certain plot. Why? I didn't think I was part of a plot. Did I ever actually agree to... I didn't think I agreed to join a plot. And we will put our advisor in charge because he's actually a really good leader. Died out of balance. Yes, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter. And sure, go lead them. Stop. I like my wife. She won't actually agree with it. I give you some money. She would. Okay. Her scheming is indeed misdirected. Alright, that takes care of that. How many troops does he have in his capital? Or, not troops, defenders. I'll send my large army to siege him out. And these guys will give chase to his army. And we'll just repeat. Actually, are there any other places that I can siege out? If we get to sieging before he does, then we can probably beat him as far as I'm also going to train him or raise him as a thrifty person. But if we get started on the siege, there's a good chance that any siege he starts won't be complete before they start. Unless he goes for a tribal holding. He has increased the opinion of my uncle, who is 71. My father's older brother. Oh, okay, Durham. His wife just died. But the guy's 71. A small kitty is demanding your attention. Pat the kitty, 20% chance of kind. Or kick the kitty, 25% chance of cruel. Or health and intrigue. Kindness, because it's gives vassal opinion. Always. The world is a dangerous place and somebody's trying to plot to kill my son. Why? Why are there so many plots trying to kill members of my family? Oh, okay, right. My wife might die. I will obligate the vassal. He's not in any... Oh yeah, he is actually leading the faction. He wants seniority succession in Ireland, and I'll probably be working on that guy next. Does he have any traits that I can abuse? I'm not honestly sure. And I don't think he'll actually take this holding because the raiders were here first, so... Earl Sephra of Tyrone? Is that what it is? Tyrconnell, okay. Same thing, I think, but I can expose and denounce... Oh, okay, proof that Chief... Again, these names. Maybe it was a mistake to start in Ireland. Of Leinster has been viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? Expose and denounce him. I will keep this information to myself. He's not really hurting anyone right now, and he's my commander that I actually really like. Only one thing can explain my son Duncan's sickness: poison. I talked to several of my courtiers and servants who confirmed my suspicion. They all recalled my wife, Marguerite, giving Duncan something to eat or drink just before he fell ill. Why is she... Oh, she's insane! Of course she is. May she rot in the dungeon, may she rot in hell. I kill her. Or she's pardoned. I'll deal with her later. My cousin has had a son, Brian, and of course we'll name him after his grandfather, just because naming conventions. He only holds one personal holding, right? Yes, and we're sieging it out. Apparently he was in seclusion. We won the siege of Chester. Lost the siege of Colchester. My steward has collected a special tithe. How much money do we need to usurp the Kingdom of Scotland? Or Pictland. It's still Pictland. Only 32 more, and I think we'll be able to survive long enough to change the succession laws. Won the siege of Worcester. Lost the siege of Malden. Oh, he doesn't have enough troops to siege out the rest of Essex. More gold. And I can actually usurp that, and I will do so. And hopefully, again, we can change the succession laws before I die, so that it all goes to the same person. Because right now, I will lose it, and it will go to my second son. I've usurped the title, and I'm going to finish this war off in the next episode.